Okay, so every year, your gran would make a whole whack of different kind of cookies. She'd make snowballs, and she'd make bird's nests, and she'd make tarts. Like she made the best butter tarts with peel in them, and they weren't thick and glumpy like they are today. They were really cool. She'd make mincemeat from scratch, and she'd make shortbread. And the shortbread were her mother's recipe for shortbread. Now, I must tell you, your great-grandmother, not a great cook, okay? She once served me a meal that was all the same color, all the same beige. Oh my God. Anyway, but your gran was always a decent cook. Anyway, she made these same cookies, and she had the same cookie cutter the whole time I was young, all the way up. Just recently she changed it. I think she must have lost her cookie cutter. And she always put red cherries in the middle of the cookie. And they were always about a ½ inch thick. And, but she used to make all of these delish. I mean, they really were delish cookies. And she'd put them in the freezer. And we were never allowed to just eat them. Everything had to be doled out. And now that I think back on it, it is because there wasn't a lot of cash. There wasn't a lot of money. And she would dole them out. You know, she would have so many pears, so many pieces of fruit per week or whatever it was. And I mean, if you ate more than she had calculated for, there was no more, right? But anyway, so she used to make all these cookies, put them in the freezer. But we, as in my dad and my sister and myself, we went in the freezer and ate the cookies anyway. So now, of course, you know your granddad has died almost 18 years ago now, but we began to like frozen baked goods more than we liked regular baked goods. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. So, anyway, so the key to, so your grandmother tells me, the key to decent shortbread is not having warm hands, which I do, so that's why I never make terribly good shortbread. And it's also not over kneading it. That's really important. And keeping it simple. So this shortbread literally has 3 ingredients. It has butter and sugar and 4½ cups of flour. Except that, I hate to say this, your gran is notorious these days about forgetting something, so let's hope she gave me the absolute recipe, because sometimes she forgets a major ingredient, and then well, I guess the vernacular is shit out of luck. There's all kinds of different kinds of shortbread, but this is very Scottish shortbread. It's very simple, no floury, it's not whipped, it doesn't have icing sugar in it, it doesn't have, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's just plain. What's your great-grandmother's recipe? And your granddad used to say things like,
these are not cubes, I'm sorry.
the more complicated something is, the more there is to break.
That's true.
So, the whole idea with this recipe is it's very, very simple, so there's not much to break. So in other words, they should taste okay by the end of this. If not, oh well.
Are these cubes okay enough?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I just tacked at it.
Okay, so I'm gonna put sugar in it. I'm gonna put Do you remember when I bought this blender for you?
For me?
Yeah, it's because you had all these brownie things you had to do, and or having you making all this stuff in guides and whatever. See, your name was even on it.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Okay, so this is gonna make noise. Look at that. Stuck. It's okay, just push it out. The best tools, do you know the difference between a baker and a cook?
One reads ingredients and the other one doesn't.
Kind of. Yeah. Not quite. A cook can change the recipe and, kind of do what they want, versus a baker. Baking is chemistry. You gotta follow the rules in baking or it doesn't turn out. Another way of getting the butter out. But you lift them up and then so I'm just gonna make sure this is all creamed in. Can always taste.
Oh.
Tastes good. I guess during COVID times and people watching, I should wash my hands in between doing this. So now, by hand, we're going to put in approximately, and this is, every cook will tell you, this is what you do. You do it by feel.
Are we gonna sift it?
I wasn't going to.
Okay.
You do it by feel. You put some in, you smush it up, you put it in again.
I think we might be good.
We're gonna need some more flour. There's another container of flour. It's coming. Do you want to try?
Sure.
Okay, so what we want here is we want to get all the flour mixed in with the butter, which is actually quite a difficult task. Okay.
I think it's coming together.
Yeah. Probably is.
Move this. This is not good for my wrists.
Oh, well, I can do it.
No, it's okay. Team effort. Since we're both going to be eating them, might as well do it together. Okay.
Okay, so this will pick up some more flour, but it also will help it not to stick to the counter, right? Your gran usually puts it down to about half an inch.
Are we going to use her
Quarter inch.
fork method?
We'll see. You see, she didn't used to use the fork method because she put
The cherries on it.
cherries on it, but we'll see. We could sprinkle confectionery sugar on top of these if you want.
No, it's okay. I like them plain.
Okay.
Okay, you're just cutting the rest of them and then we can put them in the oven?
Yeah, I'm going to put a new, if you want to pass me that plate, we can just stick these on it. Okay, I think they're done. Let's see. Oh, they look pretty good, Max.
Definitely. Careful.
Yeah. Oh, well, I would say this is a success.